Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedoms for billions of people around the world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader people that ever lived, and I am God, and I manifest the words I speak. My message today, people, is to find passion/excitement by shaking up your routine. You know, it's like I had to think about it for a while, and I just had the epiphany this morning, man, and I want to share it with you because I think it's a powerful one. You know, it's like, don't get me wrong, routines are critically important because that's how we get to manage our life. That's how we get to create habits. So I understand the importance of routine and being disciplined to do things a certain way, you know? But my suggestion for you today, people, is that from time to time, that can get not only boring, but it can become, stale. So my suggestion for you people is I want you to find ways to shake things up, because if you don't shake things up, then it's like you're not changing. Don't get me wrong, you're improving, yes, and you're finding what works in your routine. Yes, you're going to keep those. You're going to take out the habits or the things that are not productive or as productive as you would like them to be. But my encouragement for you today, people, is that to find a new level of joy and passion is that you have to shake things up every once in a while. Shake up your routine, change things up, try different things, because how else are you going to know what would be a better approach or a better routine if you don't try different things? Not all the time, and be intentional about it in the sense that you intentionally shake up your routine and see what happens, because once you change the way you do things, then it opens up new possibilities. It's like it's giving you a new vantage point. And it's like it broadens your horizon, and actually sometimes you stumble into new ideas that you've never considered before, because your daily routine, obviously as human beings, we're creatures of habits. So obviously, whether it's good habits or bad habits, we do the same thing over and over all the time. And I'm sharing with you right now that that's perfectly fine because that's our natural way of being, but I just need and want you to shake things up every once in a while. I want you to be intentionally shaking up your routine because, again, it's going to change your perspective, and even that in itself create excitement, you know what I'm saying, and create a new level of zeal. I really want you to try that. I don't know how often you need to do it for yourself, but I'm just suggesting that I want you to be intentional about it, though. So obviously, you're always going to be creating a perfect routine, what you do at a certain time or whatever the case is. But that over a period of time become, like I said, stale. And if it becomes stale, then without realizing it, you're losing motivation. You're not as excited about it. You're not as passionate about it. And that can lead to low productivity, low creativity. So what happens is you mix things up. You mix it up by shaking things up, man. You add new element to the mix. Maybe if you have a business, you try a new product that you can add to the team, that you can add to your business. And it's like, okay, you try it, and number one, it's new, so it's exciting. And hey, if it's either it's going to work or don't work. Here's my number one rule for knowing when to shake things up. If the actions you're doing, people, is not producing the results you want, then my suggestion to you is that means that it's time for you to make a change. You have to try something else. And as you go about, you can brainstorm, obviously, and come up with a few ideas, maybe your top 3 to 5 approaches that you could try to implement. And it's like, as you attempt to implement these things, again, that's how you shake things up, because now you've added to your workload, or you've swapped something out, or whatever the case is. My point is that I want you to try different things, different ways of doing things, different approaches, and the things that don't work, believe me, people, when I tell you, do not waste your time with things that does not work. If it doesn't work, scrap it and move on to the next thing, and make that a constant habit, a constant routine of not wasting your time on things that are not producing. And what you'll find is that it gives you more time to try new approaches, and as you keep trying different approaches, people, then something will work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like, something will work. But the key that I'm realizing and I want to share with you today is that you have to consistently change your approach is, and it's not something, don't get me wrong, without habits, our life is chaos. I get that. Without a consistent daily routine, then your life is not as manageable. But what I'm suggesting is not to toss it out the window, but to find a space in your routine where you can explore new things. You know what I'm saying? Like, create a space for that, where during that period of time you can, study new topics. You can actually explore creating a new product for your business, or maybe it's actually starting a new business online or something like that. Whatever it is, people, like I share with you, like, the goal really is to help you become financially free, people. And I'm thinking and creating ways on how to help you make that happen for yourself. And the biggest room for that really is that the answer is all within you, but you have to make the time for you to explore those answers. You know what I'm saying? And seek to find them. And as you seek to find them, you will find them, And then after you find them, then obviously you got to get busy, get implementing, But it's like, that's what makes life exciting, people, is to not be stagnant. Don't fall in a rut or a trap where it's like you get stuck in your routine and you're not really changing. You don't even realize that you're not changing, because the routine is like you can manage it so well, you're used to it. And that's what comfort looks like, people, is that when you know what to expect and it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to shake things up, man, by trying something new, trying different approaches, going into the unknown, being unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? And it's not something you do all the time, obviously, because that would be a crazy, chaotic life. But it's something that you must put in a mix, man. You must put that in a mix, so that way, that excitement can get back in there. And with excitement comes motivation. With motivation comes, action and intentionality. You know what I'm saying? And you have to find ways, people, to create that for yourself, man, on your journey of creating your new amazing life, which includes you being financially free. Financial freedom is a new goal of mine for billions of people around this world, people. And, just take it one day at a time, man. But the cool thing is that creating the foundation is what I'm sharing with you. And the technique I'm sharing with you today, people, is that I need and want you to basically be willing to shake things up, man. Be willing to try new approaches. Be willing to be brave, to do and try things that you would normally do. And I promise you, people, I really do promise you that you will, be rewarded for that. Of course you'll make mistakes along the way, but that's all part of the process. And again, I've already shared with you, failure is not permanent. It's a temporary mistake. It's a temporary thing, and it's lessons in those failures. And you can't be afraid to fail, and you can't be afraid to make mistakes, people, because that's part of how you succeed. Get excited exploring, man. Get excited about shaking things up. Get excited about figuring life out. Because at the end of the day, nobody got all the answers, people, including myself. I'm figuring life out like you are every single day. The difference, though, is that I'm extremely intentional about figuring life out. I'm extremely intentional about that, people. And every day, all I do is make sense of the things that I see, I hear, and experience. And that's the God-given common sense machine that I have inside me, and I know everybody else have it too. And I just want you to practice, people. Literally, I ran a meeting on that, I think, last week, about using your common sense, man, on a daily basis. Just shake things up, try to make sense of things, always try to figure things out that you're experiencing and seeing and hearing around you, And I promise you, people, life, just that in itself will make life more exciting for you. And you'll be growing every single day, not weeks, not months, but every single day you'll be growing and evolving to being the new, amazing you that the Spirit of God wants you to be. Anyways, people, my declaration over your life, number 1, is that you are a millionaire. Number 2, you're married to the person of your dreams. Number 3, people, is that you have amazing health and you're in the best shape of your life. My prayer for you today, people, is that you will heed this message, man, and really get busy shaking things up in your life, because I want you to change, and you will never change if you don't shake things out, people. You must break your routine from time to time, not often, but every once in a while, and see what that looks and feel like for you. And see what you can figure out and explore in that meantime. And every single day, your homework, people, is to make the world and life make sense to you. Anyways, people, y'all be blessed, man. We'll talk tomorrow.